English language. In this game, Milena took black, Higaki took white. This game was much different than the previous one, which we reviewed. It was absolutely crazy. It went back and forth from one player to another. Black chooses that old Joseki. It was played until the end. Old school Joseki. But that's not the best choice if we have stones on the side. Then it is recommended to counter pincer. Counter pincer is at the same time an extension from our little wall. Jump, jump, play like this. This is the best way. And if we go this way, white made a strong group. We lost a chance to build points on the side, and we can potentially still push white down and connect the line of stones, but the problem is that the line is still breakable on the other side. And that's a lot of points for white, or a broken wall for black. So it's reasonable for black to protect, but then white splits black's shape, and now white is really happy with the Joseki choice with this attachment at A, and then black's extension at B is actually heavy. So if you imagine that this Joseki was played first, and then black entered white's area with that approach, and white kicked at A, for sure black wouldn't extend at B. Let white play C. For sure, black would instead play the famous knight's move at D, a light play. Like this, black is heavy. The Joseki choices of black don't fit well together. Black jumps out, but usually if we jump out to space from these two stones, because these two stones are in fact three. We have such an exchange for free. We can do it and we don't lose any agi in the corner, or like there is not much agi in white's corner. Black can also play this way. So black is reluctant to play such a slow move, a tiger's mouth, while we can play a further move, a knight's move. Or black can also attach, also a well-known move, and then continue with the same play, just with the AB exchange, which is difficult for white to break, because this way white cannot break it, and the other way white also cannot break it because of that agi. That pinch of black. Yeah. So this is the well-known way, and the jump is a bit slack. I don't understand why white answered. It's more important to split black. Also ensure that our group don't get into trouble, because if that group is enclosed, it might be in trouble. And we have nothing to worry about on this page. Should have black play before Katatsuki in the left side, Joseki, Suberi first. Before Katatsuki in the left side, Joseki, Suberi. Suberi is Japanese for descend, isn't it? Right? And what's Katatsuki? I actually don't know this Japanese term. Is Katatsuki the shoulder hit? Probably it's shoulder hit, right? So before, what do you mean? Suberi, which Suberi? This? This is Gote. This is Gote. So too small continuation. I don't know what else you can mean. B16. B16. Suberi is a slide. I see. Okay. Yeah. So, yes, Hagari is descent, of course. Yeah, so this is a difficult question because the the human the human theory always of this Joseki always was that you should not play that, because then if you go into that Joseki and white cuts you, then this is a terrible Ajikeshi. Like this black is dead. Generally, the slide into white's corner makes black's stone heavier. So now we cannot afford losing it. Maybe white can go even now trying to cut off that stone, right? Might be. Though it becomes a difficult capturing race. But on the other hand, well, yeah, if black connects now, then no problem. We just made an exchange. So, in general, it's risky, but if you know what you're doing, you can do it. If now you connect your shape, I think it's all right. But interesting thing is that actually AI often recommends this slide. But I am not sure. I am not sure enough now. Maybe it recommends it to then play from the other side. But still, black became more heavy. So now black needs to understand what it means, that he cannot really afford losing that group. He needs to jump from it. It was a basic Joseki once. Maybe it was a basic Joseki even before my times when I learned Joseki. All right. Now, black goes and tries to enclose white. And this is reasonable, this is correct. Though maybe we should use a different move. For example, this one. We need to ensure that white doesn't manage to go out. White tried though, and it seems white is enclosed because now white was forced into playing this annoying shape, double empty triangle. White had no choice. If white tries this one, then well, black will squeeze white and then go through. But this is actually a good move, and black is left with 2 cutting points. So what can black do? Black played exchanges, but then anyway, black thought that, well, there are two cutting points and I can protect only one, so black chose the outer one and let white get a big territory. This is a good result for white, capturing so many stones. So black had also another choice. Black could bump here, creating a bamboo, and then go out this way, or maybe first here. And well, black is out. Of course, there is a weakness on the outside, but I don't think we are going to die. And if we don't die, we should play this way. Milena probably read this variation and she felt unsure about it. It's not clear. It's not clear. But if we don't die here, then we should play this way. It would be a difficult fight though, so Milena chose a peaceful option. But then our plan failed. We were supposed to enclose white, and well, we enclosed, but white also enclosed us, getting 20 points on the side almost. So that's unfortunate. And that's why I think that black should have chosen a different move, or maybe play an attachment to get strength first, then play here. This was a success for white. This was an interesting moment, by the way, because Higaki gave black an interesting choice. Now black can go through and Atari, and who knows who wins this fight. But black didn't decide on that. Black connected, white went down, and black extended on the side. All right, fair, well played. White approaches the corner. Pincer makes sense, of course. This is an interesting move. Well, black just answered and then continued the Joseki. Well, I think well played. If black continues now, white will be very happy to get such strength. Black can also play calmly, but then anyway needs to continue the Joseki. So yeah, so black now goes out. Now the Joseki is here. I mean locally. If we just look at this part of the board. But right next to this part of the board, there are 3 additional stones, which change a lot, of course. So we can choose a move which is not really a Joseki, which is an inferior result for black normally, but with those additional stones, white cannot continue in the normal way because we will just split white and white is in a deep trouble. So white needs to connect with a knight's move, but this is also not a perfect connection. Still, there is a little trouble in white's shape. So black can actually play this way. But instead, black chose the normal Joseki, creating a wall. Descend, yes, descend is a Joseki move with a big continuation, and often white adds a move, but white didn't. And here a very strange thing has happened. I don't understand. Black peeped against 2 cutting points and then didn't continue to cut. Maybe he was afraid that white just sacrifices. How to sacrifice? Maybe this. And later a descend will be a great move. But then black goes up and white connects. And then why do you play and let your opponent connect all their cutting points? The proverb is not to peep on a cutting point. So if you don't want to cut, then just play from the other side. Why not? What is against that play? This is a very good play by black. But also, why don't you cut? Why not? If white connects, then you can also follow from the other side if you are afraid of making fight. And what else can white do? Koi is not an option because black just goes up and white can never win this call, never can get a good result on this call. Going from above is also not a good option for white. So this is a completely not understandable move. Why did black let white connect everything? Only explanation I can think of is that black is trying to kill white's group as a whole, but this is very unreasonable, or maybe it was a misclick. Then white captures this stone. Well, yeah, now this move doesn't work so great. Maybe we should just connect underneath. And well, black tried to put pressure on white's group. Maybe white doesn't need to save the 4 stones. Maybe white can just jump out. Let black eat them, just for the sake of safety. But white goes out, and well, in the game white managed to get out. Now already white has certainly space for making ice or for running further. White went in, and then we all expected black to Atari connect, and well, we lost our potential on the bottom side, but we got a potential on the right side, so it's all right. It's all right unless white can give us a hard time going out with this stone, but I think it's not really an issue for black because white is still not safe. So if black goes like this, then the whole dragon of white is in trouble. But for some reason, black played from the other side, and then black's shape became very weak. White managed to go through like this, but white could also play for more, go this way, and if black bumps, then white's continuation is very strong, capturing black's group. So black has, I think, no choice but to play this one. But then it again looks very scary for black. Again, I am not sure if black can save both these stones and those. So this was a good move by white. But in the game, white attaches, maybe trying to enforce that squeeze, but black very smartly just went out and continues building potential in the center. And now white has a worse position trying to enclose black. Black managed to go out. And white added a move. Makes sense to have something out of all that fight. If white doesn't, then black is very satisfied with what happened. Now probably white needs to go back. Or maybe not, but still, later this will be center. But now, suddenly white's group has very, very big problem. Black could have started from peeping on the bottom potential eye and then destroy eyes on the outside, and white will probably die. Black didn't do it because black figured that white cannot create an eye here. Because actually, black can play like this and this, and it seems it's not an eye. But it's not very clear since white has such a move. If black goes this way, then white can actually capture black. If black goes this way, how is it? Can white start from this move? Then connect. And the eye is created. So in fact, there is a possibility to create an eye if white starts from that tesuji, wedge tesuji. So that's why black should have played this move by herself. But black played from the outside. Now white tries to make an eye. But in a few moves, apparently there are no two eyes. And white seems dead. Of course, it's a difficult fight. White has many possibilities. White can go out with this move, with such a combination. Maybe white can start from a move like that. But all in all, white has only one eye. On the bottom, there is no eye. So it seems that the game should end soon. Unless white can somehow manage to either kill this group or those 4 stones. Which looks a bit not realistic, but who knows. White tries to enclose black, and black should have gone out. Now white cannot save both this and this group of stones, chain of stones, and such a net doesn't work. But before playing so, black decided to threaten making an eye in center and only then going out. Very smart idea to profit before we answer opponent's move. But first of all, it's not needed if we just win the game by killing a huge group of the opponent. Second of all, unfortunately here, Milena missed that brilliant combination, gave white this move, and suddenly white lived. The game should have been finished by now, but no, it's not finished. And then white is good. White lived, and well, white also managed to break into black's area on the right side. White has already a lot of points. We can count 20 here for Sons of Black, for Sons of White. So it's 20 plus 3 plus 7. So it's 50. 30, 37. Plus here 3. So it's already 40, 45. And on the other side, white has 11. So white has 56 for sure, potential there. Black has very few points on the board, but of course a lot of potential. However, if we count how much black can gain in the center, then it will become more or less clear that white should have an advantage if white just crawls this way. Though there is also another important move which should be played, and AI all the time shouted here that both players should play it. Namely, black has a center combination here. And it's very important for white to play it also, because it blocks black from creating many points on the side. And also it has an amazing continuation, trying to enclose black's groups and save white's 5 stones by attacking, maybe killing black's big dragon. If we can get such an exchange, then for sure white has a very easy win just by taking points and giving black the whole center. But white tries to go out, and again we see a strange move, going out with a tiger's mouth, because white has this stone in center. So it is like if white played this and then this. Why? Why don't we jump? Of course we should start with that center move, shape move, and then jump further. Now black played this exchange, and the fight continued, and there was a lot of things happening in the fight. Black wanted to kill that chain of white stones, figuring that probably she's behind if she just lets white connect everything. And the fight was very fierce. Now black didn't want to connect, to not let white attack that big group. And a little exchange has happened. Now black connected all the stones. White went into black's area, luckily. And again, if white just plays here and finishes the game, white still has an advantage, because, well, still we can create something in the corner, and if black plays in the corner, then we can continue here. But white played this move, and this is of course silly if black can do this. So still white didn't realize how important that reverse center move is. Reverse center move, and then black captured all white stones by playing these center exchanges. So this was silly by white, but then white continues, and here we had a beautiful tesuji of white missed by white. So white managed to cut black's group. Maybe black should have rather continued this way. Yeah, white could have played here, and now the cut doesn't work. And Atari also shouldn't kill white, because white can crawl forever. And black is dead, and white wins the game by killing a big group of black. But instead white went down and died, which is unfortunate. And then suddenly the game became very close. So from now on, we had a long end game. Here also Milena missed, unfortunately, a basic way of killing a group. So she can play like this, and usually you would have continued from this side and let white live with a few points. Still might be better than the game. But if you are very strong on the outside, then you can also play from the other side. White descends, and you get enclosed in the corner, but now you can just create the second eye in the corner, and white cannot create 2 eyes on the outside. Or you should probably start. You should start with this, and then 2 eyes in the corner. It's not completely 2 eyes. Aha. All right, I see that it's not really obvious. The cut works, but maybe white can make a center exchange first. No, it's actually not center. So yeah, black could clearly live there and kill white. But black let white live. Now black jumps into the corner. That's black's privilege. But white very correctly answers from the outside, connecting to the outside group. And as I said, now from now on it was a long endgame. Can't white afford? Okay, this is sent again, so maybe white could have played it. But how big is it? 4 points in center. Now black lost center to play it. Yeah, maybe white should have done it. And yes, from now on we had a long endgame, and after such a crazy game, it was 1.5 point for white. Amazing how it finished, and actually probably the losing move was this one then, because this is 2 points in reverse center. If white plays here, then black will need to play both at A and B. But this is just 1 point in black center. And white center is more center than black center, because now if black goes here, white connects, black continues, and black's group is bigger than white's. 5, 10, 15, 20 stones, so 40, 45, 47, 51 points, and white's group is 5, 10, 15, well, maybe 40 points. All right, it's difficult, but Milena didn't want to go for that exchange. Yeah, so she should have played here. If white goes there, well, maybe it would be still a half pointer for white, but who knows. Anyway, that's how the game finished. Amazing fighting, and we will move to the last game from Group A, from round 2.